Hi friends, wizd here, welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. The Asgard Divide event is live today. The event dungeon is open, we'll check it together today. And also we have more information and testing from the content creators on Odin basically. Thor hasn't been released yet and I haven't seen anyone tested Loki or Freya yet. So we'll just discuss the dungeon, we'll check a couple of teams that will work all the way to stage 30. Though they are not budget friendly teams, just to be honest with you guys. And then at the end I will tell you, or while we're talking, I will tell you whether my opinion changed, because I was a bit underwhelmed with how they released the event and done the dungeon and everything. Other content creators disagree with me. From your likes and dislikes on the video, I see that a few of you at least disagree with me as well. So let's check. But Plarium set a very high bar a couple of years ago when they gave us during the Call of Arbiter event Emic, Newt, and Artak as a free login champion. So these champions are still, till today, 2 years later, top champions in the entire game, everywhere in the game. So compared to what they are giving us with the Asgard and the hyper rounded, no, I'm not saying that champs are garbage. Their kits are useful, but they are just mid-tier. There is nothing exciting for an in-game player who's looking to do the dungeon events and all of that. As soon as this Centrano stage is done, we'll just check the dungeon. I'll show you the teams that worked for me and my clanmates. And yeah, we'll just check what's possible at what level of gear, which is more important, because this dungeon is all about gear, not champions specifically. And we're almost done here. Nobody's taking a turn. We have our mans. We have my in-game Kronam and Ancora carrying the team. So, yep, this run is over. Come on. We'll check later everything else. So, let me first show you the teams that did work on stage 30. And of course, depending on your level of gear, you can use the same teams on lower levels as well. The teams that we're seeing on the screen here, this is exactly the team or a variation of the teams that all other content creators were showing you today in videos, or yesterday probably when I release this video tomorrow. This was from one of my clanmates. I don't have Sifi, and my seer like level of blessing and gear level and speed is not strong enough to do this. The whole idea like behind all of the teams that you're seeing from other content creators is for the whole team, or at least seer, to nuke the whole wave, all the other minions other than the boss, is to be faster than the boss, which is around 270, 275. So look at this team. If you can build these champions with enough damage, accuracy, resistance, and all of that, and make them fast enough, this level of gear is not available for most players. So if you have similar champions, but way like lower level of gear, maybe this can work for you on level 20 or 25 because it escalates quickly. I cannot build this team, my level of gear cannot, well I don't have CV, but also even with my other support champions, we're talking about Pythion or Duchess or Ancora maybe, I cannot build this team to be this fast. This is a minute and a half team. It can be consistent if your level of gear was right. If anyone is left standing other than the boss after that initial run, then probably this is going to be a loss. But this is the first team. The other two teams I'll show you today are teams that I've ran myself, and we'll test the one that I think will work best. The team you're seeing here is the team that I've beaten stage 30 with first. Basically just support. Padrik, Ogu for the block buffs and decreased defense, and Ancora as generic support. And then I only had Wukong as a secondary champion to apply that block buffs on the boss and the minions for Valkyrie, also because my Wukong is built fast enough with enough accuracy with 5-star Brimstone. Brimstone, as we're seeing more and more, is very important into making your life easier when you're tackling the newer bosses in the game. And then my fast Newt, my fast stronger Newt, I have two of them. So this is the Newt that just basically is fast enough and with enough damage to just participate in this. This is a 3.5 minute run. That was manual because I was just testing stuff. Now let's check the team that I've ran on auto, which is super fast. It's faster than anything you've seen today, except for the teams that are fast enough was like double Newt and double Acrisius. Let's check this team, but it's in no way consistent. So this is my 1 minute team, which is basically depending on landing Brimstone from 3 champions. One of them is Cronam, built really fast and tanky with 6-star Brimstone, with Ankura and Lydia just supporting the team so we'll nuke the boss fast enough. I don't believe this team will be consistent in any way, but let's just test it together and see how consistent it is. And let's go into the stage here. Can you see it fine behind me? Yes, you can. So yeah, this is the team. Let's run it on auto and see, and I'll talk you through what should happen here. First thing, you need to have someone faster than the boss to apply block buffs on Valk, but most importantly in the boss. Brimstone will definitely help. All of my team is faster than the boss, I believe, except maybe for Lydia and Ankura there. My Ankura is built tanky with enough resistance, and she's in Stone Skin as well as and Bolster. So that's all in-game stuff that probably you won't have. I'll show you the level of gear. But we took like half of the boss's health down in that first run. And the longer the boss's minions are staying up and not dying, the higher the probability of this run failing. I haven't run it multiple times. I was just trying stuff while just before I record the video for you guys. So now we'll see. You see here, like, they are mostly low on health. What I'm depending on also is Wukong, because he's squishy. So they will always target him, and Wukong can just jump back to life. Or if Ankura brings someone back to life, she will bring them with their like skills reset. So we can apply Brimstone again, apply HP burn again. Of course, Cronam here is applying Brimstone, but also with his HP burns. The minions being alive is actually a benefit for us as long as they don't hit too hard, because yeah, oh, looks like it's consistent. Okay, so this is my second run. Maybe this team is 100%. Let's see now. So minute 22 is not bad. Let's give it one more run just to see if it's consistent, if it's 3 times out of 3 times. I ran it only once before I recorded the video. So yeah. If Brimstone doesn't land, if block buffs doesn't land, then this run is going to be a failure. I'll show you the level of gear. But yeah, you see here, everyone is stunned except for Ankura. You'll need people in Stone Skin. You need people in Protected Bolster with block the buffs just to make this run feasible. Lydia, of course, is useful in case something goes wrong, because she'll prevent the boss from reviving his minions if he takes down someone from our team. And of course, everyone being built with lots of damage and tankiness is useful, except for Wukong. Wukong will just pop back to life. And yeah, let's see. So we're not landing Brimstone as much as I wanted. And as you can see here, this time I haven't stripped them yet. So they have counterattacks, they have more health than they did the previous run. So this run might still fail. The runs from my testing can go wrong really fast. So let's see now. Also, it's important if you're trying to use a similar team to this, is to arrange the team so that Wukong is lost, so that if Ankura is reviving someone, we don't want her reviving Wukong, because Wukong will just pop back to life on his own because of his passive. So we might still win this, but it's sketchy. Like these runs, you see here, he applied block buffs, but he didn't strip Wukong. I'm talking about the block damage from the boss. And now we have Nude down. So let's see. So I want now Ankura to bring back Nude. He can finish the boss with his A3 if he doesn't die now. Okay. So Wukong is an easy target, which is one of the things we're depending on to make this team work consistently. Give them an easy target just to test. Come on, Wukong, you have your skills reset. Yeah, here we go. So 2 minutes because it went partially wrong. Crit damage with accuracy. I'm keeping this. Okay, let's do another run. So this is the reality of this dungeon. If your level of gear is not crazy high, you see here, this is our 4th run. Probably I'll edit the rest of it out till this part. We are failing. We just got some crits. We got some resistance. We didn't land Brimstone enough on the boss or the minions or whatever. And the run is tending to fail. So Ankura, because she's a single target reviver, maybe Duchess in her place can work better. Well, let's test with Duchess. The problem is that maybe Python, not Duchess. The Anchor is really valuable because she's in Stone Skin for me at least. I'm not changing gear for this dungeon, which tells you a little bit of like about my opinion here. But it can work. The thing is that, so let me tell you what changed my opinion just a little bit, not much. For champion kits, I didn't change my opinion much. Everybody is hyping Odin as being OP or powerful. He's just mid tier. His A2 is super powerful, but it's not enough on its own to make him a top tier champion. So Odin is okay. Odin is good. If it's guaranteed, I'll go for him. I won't chase him on 15x or progressive or whatever. I'll save my charts for like what, 9 months now for a guaranteed event. If Freya is guaranteed from Sacreds and Ancients, I will go after her. She's okay. She's mid tier. Again, nothing super exciting there. But because I have the shards saved, I'm saving for those type of events and I'm in game, so I can do that. I don't recommend going for anyone except for the fusion, which is Thor. They are being very secretive about his kit, so maybe he's the most powerful of them all, and that would be useful for us. This run doesn't look good either. And now let's check the gear before I forget, and I'll tell you whether you should farm this dungeon or not while we're doing it. So my Lydia is, probably I should make her faster. My Lydia is at 266. So if I bring her up to maybe 280, she can run faster than the boss there. Cronam is in some of my best gear. So 290 speed, that's for Ice Golem hard and other areas. 50k HP is not high. Maybe I can even make it better. His defense is okay over 4k. And of course, his accuracy and resistance are decent. In regen, he can heal himself up. Maybe I should also ascend the gear or regear him. My Wukong is in 6 pieces stone skin, so that's for arena. He's not super fast, but yeah, barely. With Anchora's aura, he can go before the boss, but not without a speed aura in the team. And of course, I built him a little bit for damage with accuracy. So that's my Wukong. My Wukong is in Helm Smasher to do some damage. Cronam, you only care about his accuracy. And of course, Lydia, you only care about her accuracy as well. So that's my Python that didn't work, but he's in bolster. He's just tanky in bolster, as tanky as you can make him, HP and defense. And 200 speed's probably too slow for this, but the resistance is okay. Now let's move to Newt, and my Newt is in Relentless, and he's at... Was I using the slow Newt? Probably I was mistaken. So I was using my slow Relentless Newt, which is not perfect for this. Yeah, his stats are okay, but like this is super slow. This is like, this speed won't work. I should switch to this Newt, the 270 Newt with 270 crit damage. This is the one that I wanted to work. So probably that's why it wasn't consistent. While testing other teams, I switched to the slow Newt with lower brimstone. So yeah, but this is the Newt that I should use. Other things I disagree with other content creators on, other than them making this dungeon so easy and telling you that there are budget teams, well, yeah, you need the gear. You need like close to 300 speed and 400 accuracy and 300% crit damage on Seer to make this work, and it seems budget. So this is not budget. It requires a crazy level of gear. Again, simply just to sum it up, if you can farm level 20 or higher, yes, pinpoint is worth it. Invest some energy into this. Don't kill yourself over it. I'm not regearing anyone specifically for this dungeon. It's a limited time only. We will have a guaranteed Freya event that's confirmed from the news, if I can find it. Yeah. So we'll have a guaranteed Freya event. No words yet about whether Odin is going to be guaranteed from Voids or not. And no words about, well, yeah, they said that Thor is going to be the fusion. No words about his kit yet. So I'm expecting it to be powerful, or hoping at least. Yeah. And we have 2x Mythical this Friday. So we will enjoy opening all of our Mythicals this weekend. Thank you for tuning in today. I'll stop rambling now. I'll see you next time. Bye.